Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for PowerBookII Ghost Season 3, Episode 6, Land of Lies. While Monet is IDing Lorenzo's body, Diana is riding like a rodeo. She riding like a rodeo. She and what's his name? Salim. She and Salim are in the throes, and I thought Diana was a virgin, so she just done lost her virginity to this man. I can't remember. Did Tariq take her virginity? Child, I don't remember. But I thought she was a virgin. I remember specifically her saying that. Anyway, Drew sketching in his sketchbook. Kane, he playing poker. They all get the news. They all get the call from Monet. Renzo is gone. Tariq, he's in a mood, of course. He got a real hard side eye for Effie. He just gazing at her with that distrustful eye. Effie, when she gets out the shower, of course, she's looking on her phone and she sees on the blogs that Lorenzo is gone or that he was killed. And of course, Tariq jumps up and he say he got to head out. And she's just looking like something is up. Something up with him. Yeah, girl, he on to your ass. He's on to that ass. Davis is in his office. He calls Sax in there. Sax comes in there, shares the news with him as well about Lorenzo. He hasn't heard anything. He hasn't heard anything from Monet or nothing. So this is all news to him. Davis asks Sax if he's heard anything about Lauren's death, that it involves foul play. Tariq told Davis that the feds were looking into Lauren's death. They found foul play. Sax is like, oh, I don't know. Knowing good and well that girl yet alive. He gets a text from the DA lady talking about she want to meet. Davis, he needs to know what they have on Tariq. And Sax says he changed the subject or whatever and wants to know what's going on with, or how is his brother. And Davis tells him that he's not doing well. We're going to have to push this stuff forward. They got to get him out ASAP. Davis asks him if he has any connections over there at the governor's office that can push through a commutation. Like they need to get him out. We got to get him out so that he can get into this trial. Otherwise, he's going to die in there. Lauren, she wakes up in her bed realizing she is living the nightmare that she thought she was dreaming. She wakes up in her bed in her parents' house. So she was waiting on her parents. Her parents never came back. She thinks that she hears her parents coming through the door and she runs downstairs and this DA lady walking through. I said, how'd she get a key? How's she just walking in the house? Anyway, she come walking in there talking about you need to get back to the safe house, all of that. Lauren is not cooperating. She says that Tariq had nothing to do with this. He's not the one that tried to kill me. It was Effie. It was Effie, and I keep telling you, it was Effie. DA lady asks, well, where you went when you left the safe house? Where did you go? She says, I ain't listen to my parents' house, but they weren't here. DA lady tells her that we had to move them. Of course, they're not here. They're at a disclosed location. They are also in witness protection. Excuse me. DA lady tells her that she's not allowed to see her parents, and until after she fully cooperates with this investigation. Lauren is like, okay, fine, but she want to talk to Sax first, alone. Tariq, we got to have class, of course, so he gets to class. Effie, she following behind him like a little puppy dog because she knows she in trouble. She know she on his shit list. You know how you can feel when somebody is mad at you. But he kind of giving her the cold shoulder. He ain't really saying much, he's very curt with her. He tells her though that he wants to take her somewhere, later. I want to take you somewhere later. Are you free? Yeah, I'm free. begins. We talking about America, the land of lies. What is truth? Who determines it? And does it even matter? Of course, they go around and around and around. The usual suspects, arguing over racial issues. Somebody brings up Lorenzo and how I guess this coincides with today's topic. And Harper Monica Brooks Bennett is like, we gonna keep Lorenzo and the Tejada family off this because she ain't even here. And that the arch nemesis, he feel like, well, that's the perfect reason why we should be able to talk about it, because she's not here. And so that he throws out his opinions on things, because he basically feels like what the media has said, that basically sums up the truth about people. Like what basically whatever the media says, it has to be true. That's going to be people's perception of you and their reality. Even if it's not true. And Tariq, resents that, because he's like, everything in the media said about my family is not true. Is that what you believe? Of course that's what he believes. Is he to believe something else? I just don't understand, of course. Tariq cuss the class out, though, because they being disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. Just really talking about that girl and her family like she's not on bereavement right now. Have some respect. Anyway, the Tejadas, they're having a family meeting. Drew says word on the curb is that it was the Russians, and because they hit back for them taking out the Connect. Diana's like, the curb. Those are rumors, Drew. You know that. Like, I don't know why you believe in that. And then Kane is like, not to mention that this was all your idea, and we didn't pull the trigger on that. So what are we supposed to do now? Run up in there, guns a-blazing? Monet is like, we're not going to do anything. We're going to just keep it cute. We don't have any facts. We're not hitting back on anybody. These are the Russians we talking about. We're not talking about, we're not talking about the Castillos. We talking about, that's how Rox be saying it. Shout out to Rox over there on Ford's Rocks. That's how she be saying Castillos. But it ain't them. It ain't Frank's boy and them. And so you gotta tread lightly with them. And she the one did it, so don't go over there killing the people, because she know for a fact it wasn't them. Drew gets up and storms off. Of course, Diana goes after him, and this is the Kane smell a rat. Kane is like, the other day, when we was talking, like, it seemed like you had questions for Lorenzo. And she was like, why? Because I found the IG guap found out that the IG guap didn't kill Zeke. That's why. So you think that I would kill my husband? That's what you thinking? The father of my children? Kane is like, I don't know. And Monet is like, as usual, you don't know shit. If I would do that, like, why aren't you on the chopping block? Because you've been keeping secrets from me, right? So that means that I would be coming after you too. You think I'm going to come after you too? You next? Kane just looking at her like, I know you serious, and I know you trying to be facetious all at the same time. I'm just going on and get up out of here. Because she wanted him to go take care of, she gave him the life insurance. And she wanted him to go make sure all the money was legit and all of that. I'm like, Kane? Kane gonna do that? Okay. How he gonna do that? Anyway, he said he gonna go on and take care of that. She like, yeah, I bet. And you need to stop putting 2 and 2 together, because we know your dumb ass gonna come up with 5. I was like, well, shit. Why are you talking to him like that? Like it's not your child. Like it's some, employee. Girl, that's your seed. Well, maybe not your seed. But, don't do that. That's your baby. Don't talk to your kids like that. Anyway, Tariq runs down on Brayden. And I mean literally. Brayden, the elevator door open, Tariq's on that ass. He windmilling. He starts, swinging on him. What the fuck did you do to Lauren? How did she die? All that. He got all these questions. Tariq is just beating ass. And Brayden comes clean, like Lauren had us on a wire, like I tried to do what you told me to do, but Effie intervened. She stepped in. Kane told told him that he had to kill her or he was gonna kill me. And he like, how did Kane know? Brayden like, I don't know. Maybe Effie? Uh-huh. Absolutely Effie. It was absolutely Effie. Tariq is out for blood. He finna go get that ass. He like, and you better not tell her nothing. Don't you tell her anything. He just leave him there. Sax, he meets with Tate. And Tate, Sax, of course, wants Tate to be his little informant. And Tate is like, what's in it for me? You already know that's how I roll. What you got for me? And he gonna say, my watch. Don't ever disrespect me like that. That watch is trash as fuck. Well, no damn watch. I want Davis to go on an opposition campaign with my opponent. I'm talking all kind of stuff. You know, I need him to be on the Tate campaign for sure. And Sax says it's done. You know, he says he is gonna do it. And then when he leaves, DA lady walks up. You know, like, oh, I thought I saw Tate around here. That was Tate. That was him. She say, I'm here to apologize. Sax is like, cut the bullshit. What's up with Lauren? Why you lying about her being still alive and all of that? Who else knew? How did you get this approved? Oh, me. You used me. So you used me to be able to pull all these strings. Okay, I see. And she's like, what difference does it make? Like, especially since because he was saying, I would have helped you anyway. You just could have, been honest. And she's like, okay, well, what difference does it make? Well, the difference is I don't know if I want to help you anymore. And she's like, well, if you refuse to help, I guess I'm just going to have to use your confession, about coming into truth with that, with the weapon. It shows intent, all that. Like, we can just do that in open court if that's what you want to do. And he like, you going to really threaten me like that? That's what we doing? What you want? What do you want, girl? What the fuck you want? She is really... Can we do something about annoying DA lady? Thank you, writers. Anyway, Effie and Tariq are out riding. He done rented a Porsche this time. He ride his. He in another one. He acting different, of course, acting real funny. He starts talking to her, telling her there are things about me that you don't know. Telling his tales, coming clean about killing the dirty cop. And killing ghosts and all of that. He really just tells her all of that. And I'm thinking he must gonna kill her just really telling her all this. And she's like, well, you did what you had to do. Like, that's what I would do if I was, ever in that position. And he looking at her like, yeah. Anything you want to tell me? And she just is, she scoots over. And then she starts talking about how she was molested as a child by her mother's boyfriends, and one of whom her mama ended up marrying even after her mother knew what he was doing to her child. And that's terrible. We get all that. Tariq's like, yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, but anything else you want to tell me? And she lies yet again. No, that's it with me. Oh, okay. He gave her another opportunity to be honest and tell the truth. And she lied yet again. And they just riding, and she starts to notice that, wait a minute, where are we going, Tariq? And Tariq pulls up to the same place where she dumped, well, supposedly, where she thought she dumped Lauren's body. And he's like, get out the car, all that. Come on around here. What happened here, Effie? What happened here? I don't know, Tariq. She want to play games. Of course, he got the spaz on her. Stop fucking playing with me. What happened out here? He already know what happened out here. Just say it. Just say you killed Lauren. Just say it. And then, and she the one who went and told Kane about everything. Like, she has really done some underhanded shit. And it's time to be truthful and honest about it. And she still won't be truthful and honest about it. Even when she does, she's very, nonchalant, very much like, well, I did what I needed to do. Like, that's just the game. That's just what it is. And he's like, she's a civilian. She ain't in the game. That's why I tried to remove her from the situation. I had it covered and you ruined it. Now these people after me. Now because because when it gets hot, she gonna try to flash her gun. He like, oh, you gonna shoot me? What, you thought I came out here to kill you? Girl, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Because the heat is on me. You done fucked up. You done fucked it up. You done messed it all up, Effie. Being a dumbass, you know. It's all bad. It's all bad. And then, you know, after he cussed her ass out, cause she still ain't being accountable. She's still very, very, you know, much like, well, it is what it is. Like, I did what I needed to do and I'll do it again, honestly. I was trying to help you. I saved everybody. I'm helping, you know. And Tariq is like, fuck you, Effie. Fuck you. He done with her. Done with her. He should have never got back with her. Because you can't trust her. She is all about her bottom line, which is her bag. And that's it. Whatever she got to do to maintain said bag, she's going to do it. Whether it's undercut you, whether it's undermine you, whether it's throw you under the bus, all of the above, she going to do it because you not stopping her bag. She got to go to, where's she trying to go? She's trying to go, what school is she trying to go? Stanford. Girl, okay. He leave her ass there too. Like, and you can find your own way back. Walk home, bitch. Anyway, Lauren, she meets with Saxe. And she asks, you know, she's like, does this make Tariq innocent, you know, since he wasn't the one that tried to kill me? And he's like, well, I mean, sort of, but he far from innocent. You know, like, he's still a monster. And Lauren says, but didn't you get one of them cases dismissed in the past? Like, weren't you weren't you of help to him in the past with one of his cases? And he's like, how you know all that? She's like, listen, I know my neighbor's Wi-Fi password. I've been on the internet. I've been reading up on all y'all asses. She wanted to talk to him because he's the only one that's willing to tell her the truth. She doesn't think that Tariq deserves to go to prison for something that he didn't do. And Saxe says, well, he might not have done this, like tried to kill you, but he's done some things. You know, like I said, he says he's still a monster. And then Saxe starts going into Tariq's past and how Tariq's whole family groomed him, you know, to be just like them, murderers and drug dealers. When it comes out of a white mouth, it's just something about that kind of talk that really burns me up. Whether Tariq is a drug dealer or not. Whether his family was drug dealing or not. You keep your mouth off them people talking like that. It just hits my ear very racist, like, you know. They groomed him to be murderers, drug dealers, thugs, criminals. It's, you know, buzzwords, you know. I don't like it. I don't like it. But anyway. He said Tariq started selling drugs before he even went to high school, you know. All of this mess, all of it, all the boy that died at the school, all of it. Tariq behind everything. He behind it all. So what if you testifying, you know, really seals his fate? He can really pay for all of that. If you testify, what if you're the one that can put him away for the remainder of his life, for all his crimes? Saxe, what about your crimes? Because you deserve a little jail time too for all your misconduct. Anyway, Braden and Effie, they show up to the spot. They think they finna come to the meeting. And they get sent away at the door. Tariq done cut them out. You're out. You're out of it. Effie, she turn on Braden like this is all your fault, you know. I know you open your big fat mouth. This is all your fault. What the fuck did you tell him about Lauren? And Braden is like, nah, he came in already. He came in knowing about Lauren. So it wasn't me. You know, like, you opened your big fat mouth to Kane. And Effie, she's standing there looking cheap because that's what she did. Braden is like, the blame is all on you. You know, all you care about is your little bag. Effie tells him, y'all are all too weak for this shit. Girl, what? She talking about she done. He like, we got put out, girl. Talking about you done. Just go, Effie. Just go. Tariq, he in there with Kane. Kane, you know, like, where's Thelma and Louise? where's Effie and Brayden? Tariq is like, I cut them out of the business. Kane like, excuse me. Oh, you must have found out about your other bitch. Okay. But we need all the people we need. You know, like we got to sell Noma's stuff. How are we supposed to move all this product if you trying to cut people out? And Tariq asked him what he know about the Lawrence situation, and Kane is like, I know that they did what your bitch ass wasn't gonna do. I know they did what they needed to do. Or what you gonna come at me next? I wish you would. Make my day, Tariq. He say he ready. Tariq is like, I ain't stun you. You did exactly what I knew you would do, which is why I needed to get her out of the city. Now we all up in a thing because there's an investigation going on. And of course, Kane standing there like, well, this ain't gonna fall back on me. The hell it won't. Tariq says that they don't need them anyway. Like, we do all the work anyway, so that we don't need them. Okay, Tariq. Brayden, he meets with Kane. And Kane comes, you know, with his life insurance policy. He wants him to keep the money legit, all of it. Brayden tells him, well, you should invest it into my family's fund, you know. You know, it's not really enough to meet the minimum requirement, but if you give me some cash, I might be able to work it out for you. And Kane ain't really here to invest. You know, I just need you to get my money clean. I just need you to wash my money. Ain't that what y'all do? So they over there washing money too? Child. Anyway, Brayden, he tries to sell it some more, of course, and Kane says, listen, this is some big talk coming from somebody that just let Tariq kick him out of his own business. And, of course, he want to know why is that. Brayden says, well, of course he ain't come at you because you murdered him. He like, you damn straight. But that's the point. I showed him I ain't playing. I'm about that life. I'm not one to play around with. You showing him you kind of weak. You know, like you showing him you a little bitch. And Brayden is like, I lied to him, Kane. Kane says, who gives a fuck? You listen. Don't let him punk you. You know, Kane always trying to throw this, just trying to throw a little salt on it. He always trying to put a little salt on it and create discord between Tariq and Brayden because he don't like Tariq. He's always throwing some salt in on it. Tell him to man up, you know. Noma made a deal with all of us. So you can't really be out. You're going to have to find your way back in. And then we'll talk about putting my money in your family's fund. At the Tejada house, you know, and this is the repast before the funeral. Where we doing that? I don't know. I thought people was just coming by to visit. Maybe it was, no, because Diana said it was a repast. So at the repast at the Tejada house, family and friends are visiting. Everybody's coming over to offer their condolences. Mike ain't come in there. And I take it back, y'all. He wasn't really fine in this scene. Maybe when he was sitting down, just sitting there, it was like, oh, look at Mike. Now it was like, oh, hey, Mike. Anyway, Mike come over there offering his condolences, being shady. He come in there trying to give him some cash, and Kane just takes it and tosses it on the table. And he's like, the word is y'all ain't really respecting your father. Y'all just letting too much time pass, you know, when you're hitting back. And then he look over there at Monet and is like, Monet look like she needs some comfort. Drew like, what the fuck you say about my mama? He tried to tussle. You know, Drew ready to tussle. He on edge. And, you know, Monet got to come over there and pull him away. Like, don't worry about him. Like, Mike full of shit. Ain't nobody think about Mike. Drew more concerned about people thinking that they're soft. Y'all remember that on Life? Was that Life there? Yeah, that was Life. Where Eddie Murphy said it was soft. You heard what I said? You soft. Anyway, he say, The Russians, we got to get back at the Russians, you know. I know they got a spot over there in Midtown. I know we can get over there. Monet, like, I already told you, we not doing that. We not doing that. Not until we have proof. Listen. And then she promises him, you know, the throne. Like, I know your daddy promised Cain the throne. But since I'm in charge now, you can have it, you know. And Drew is like, really, Ma? Like, does Cain know? He don't know nothing right now. And we going to keep it that way. We just gonna keep this between us. We gonna keep this between us. Just promising him shit. Anyway, Diana, she in her room and Salim in there. I said, wait, what y'all doing in the room? Anyway, he come in there. Are you okay? You know, and she's just, you know, it's just happened out of nowhere. It's just, and he like, did it? I mean, you know, practices. You know, like, what's the term? Past practices. You know, like, these things happen to drug dealers, basically, and your daddy had it coming. I'm like, if Salim, just go. Please just go. You know, Diana kicked him out because she's sick of his woke ass. Because some things don't need to be said, even if that is the truth, even if that's the case. Excuse me? What? That's her father. He's just so self-righteous. Get out of here. Bye. Calling her family. These people just get out. Please get out. Anyway, Tariq, he get to Weston and Holdings and his key card don't work. You know, he go up to the desk. I'm sorry, something's wrong with the man check it out. It's been deactivated. It says that you need to meet with Braden Weston. Oh, he's on his way down. Braden come down there. Tariq like, what the fuck, bro? Oh, no. Ain't no what the fuck, bro. After yesterday, you really thought you was coming up in here? Show me some respect, okay? And Tariq is like, respect after what you did? What you mean? Braden is like, you know, like, listen, I agree. The shit with Lauren, that was messed up. But, you know, we family, and family forgives. And Tariq look at him, and, you know, because Braden is so apologetic, you know, all that, what was I supposed to do? And I had no other choice, all of that. And Tariq's like, you could have just been honest. You know what? You ain't there for y'all like my family. All y'all some liars. And he just walk away. I'm like, Lord, Tariq. Anyway, Tariq, he visits Raina. He go and visits Raina at her grave, and he's talking to her and, you know, sharing what's going on. And Big Mama shows up. She got flowers. He like, Big Mama, what you doing here? She like, what am I doing here? I bring flowers every week. What are you doing here? It's the question. You know, she still got a mouthful for him. She's still upset with him because he sent her to rehab. She don't want to hear it though. She don't want to hear nothing he got to say. She's telling him, you know, that cause she was standing there listening. She's like, you sad cause you ain't got no friend. You sad cause you don't have anybody and you're so alone. And boy, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, you know. She's alone in this world because Tasha's gone, Yaz is gone. She ain't got nobody. You know, that's what she was thinking about in rehab. She's upset with him about where she is in life. And it's like, you can't be mad at him because you was fine with all of it when you was spending the drug money. You was fine. You was fine. You ain't had no problems. You got around there and started drinking heavily. You needed to be in rehab. You were not a good fit to be watching Raina. You just weren't. Like, that's just what it was, Big Mama. Anyway, you know, she telling him he gonna end up just like his daddy if he keep this up. If you keep this up, all these lies, you just be lying. You the reason Raina got killed, all that. She really read him down. She really did. But he says to her, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time that I get out while I can. I'm like, you forgot about you forgot about Noma. I don't know about getting out while you can, but Noma said, y'all in this. Drew meets with Frank's boy, his daddy's killer. And Drew is telling him, you know, the Russians killed Lorenzo and he found a way to go in there and take them out. I just need the bodies. Frank's boy is like, did you run this past Cain and Monet? And Drew is like, it's what I have to do. This is what I got to do. And so, are you in? Frank looking at him, you know, he like, I get it. I get it, because I would have done the same thing for my dad. You did the same thing for your dad. He say he in, child. He gonna find some folks. Diana, she's having a kickback in her room. She in there with light skin Keisha and some other classmates. And Tariq drops by. That's everybody's cue. Oh, let's go, y'all. Let's leave them alone. On their way out, they run into Salim coming up with flowers. They bust out laughing because sorry, Salim. Sorry, Salim. She's busy. Sorry. He like, she's in there with another guy. Of course. She kind of drunk. She kind of tipsy. You know, she just stumbling around in there, still drinking. She don't want to talk about her dad. You know, let's talk about something else. Tariq is like, okay, well, cool. Like, you could help me. How about you come and help me move some product? And she's like, no, my daddy told me I ain't have to do that no more. And I'm gonna honor him by really staying out the game. And so she will not be moving product. And she tells him that he should get out too. You know, let's just be regular students for once. And Tarika says that it's not that simple for him. And she's like, I mean, it ain't really that simple for me because I still got some product from the candy store. He's like, that was you moving product at the candy store? I heard about the candy store. I didn't know that was your operation. He was a little impressed. He switches subjects. So he's like, I know that this is not just, you know, this going on. You know, what's really going on, Diana? Are you okay? And she says that she has to give the eulogy and she really doesn't know what to say. Tells her, I mean, just speak from your heart as if you were speaking to him. And they start kissing, of course. And she, you know, what about Effie? And he say, that's done. We broke up. And they proceed, you know, to have the sex. Drew, his plan is in motion. And he's posing as a delivery driver. And he goes up in the thing. He gets past the waitress. Got to flirt with her a little bit. Trying to get her number. Pretending to be straight. And he gets inside, you know. And, of course, they're rude to him. Just drop it on the box and leave. I'm like, you could have said hello. How you doing? Drew just walks over to him all, you know, indignant and wrong. This is, you know, he wanted him to look at him like, look at me while I kill you. He stabbed him and just like really shanked him, you know, and the Tejadas was here. Tell everybody the Tejadas was here. Frank's boy and his boys, they come in behind, you know, for backup, and he done killed that man. So he done set something in motion, don't even realize it. Effie, she drops by Diana's room. You know, she's like, I need you, whatever you're doing over there at the candy store, you need to chill out with that, because the word is getting out that it's you. And so it will behoove you to, you know, abort mission. And Diana's like, I ain't know what you talking about, girl. She denies her involvement. And Effie is like, nah, they gonna come get you. They coming for you unless you, you know, team up with me. So you gonna snitch, basically. You gonna go and tell on her unless she comes and work with you. See, Effie is, girl. Anyway, she tell her, you know, that, you know, with your product and my system, you know, like we'll be able to move a whole lot of weight, all that. Diana's very reluctant, of course. And Effie is like, you gonna have to keep all of this between you and I. Like, please don't tell Tariq, because I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it or something like that. And Diana just opened the door a little bit more, you know, let's open it up a little bit. Tariq putting his shirt on. Hey, Effie. And she's like, fuck all y'all. I said all y'all. It's just two folks in the room. It's just two people there. Fuck all y'all. Like it was a room full of people in there. Anyway, Brayden pull up on Kiki. Well, he pulls her aside and he tells her that he found an investor, you know, for the fund. The money, all of it basically is unverified, and so he needs her help making it legit, making it look legit. And she's looking at him like, I can make a paper trail, but I'm gonna need a cut. And he like, girl, what are you talking about? No, I know I'm getting into something. I'm gonna need a cut. He says fine. Diana, she's on the roof. And you already know the cameras are there. She up there putting the products in the locker. Because I forgot to tell y'all that she had leftover product from the candy store. And Tariq told her that he had some empty lockers still up there on the roof. And he would give her the code and she could, stash it there. So she stashed it there all on camera. Tariq texts his granny. They're supposed to meet, While he's walking, he's being followed, and I already knew it was Noma's boys. Of course it was Noma's boys. He gets on the subway. Of course, so do the men. Tariq tries to outrun them and ends up running right into Flunky. Flunky like, where you going? We done got word that you trying to leave. Where you going? You trying to leave? I thought we made it clear not to be doing this. We ain't no jet setting without my approval, without us knowing what are you doing. And Tariq's like, I was trying to make a drop before I was rudely interrupted because they checked the bag and it ain't nothing but product. He said he was going to go, move some product. But now I'm gonna be short, and I guess I can tell Noma that I got y'all to thank for that. And they like, won't be none of that. He put his gun away. He's like, I bet you going to make a drop. I'm gonna let you go on and make this drop, but you better have all her money the next time I see you, or what the consequences will be. You already know. They put they let him go, and then he's like, and you make sure that everybody's at the next meeting. I don't like that either. Where was everybody? Like what was that about? Make sure everybody is at the meeting next time. Don't play around, or else we're gonna go around there and see Big Mama. We're gonna pay her a visit. When he gets out of there, he gets a text from Big Mama like, where are you? They're supposed to meet, of course. He calls her, and I'm like, why are you still standing outside? Why do y'all not wait until you are away from danger to start making calls and doing things? Because they could have walked right up behind you. Anyway, he said he done set it up for her to go into witness protection with Tasha and Yaz. I don't know how he set this up, when he set it up, who he set it up with, but Tariq done set up the thing, and they can go and be safe, and he will join them at a later time. He still got some business to take care of, out here in these streets. And of course, she's, like, Tariq, but what about you? Go on, Grandma. Go on. Lorenzo's funeral, it's real nice, of course. What's his face got the nerve to be there too, and he done killed a man. Frank's boy. He there to pay his respects too, I guess. Tight Lip and DA Lady, they got nerve too. They there. What y'all there for? Looking at pictures of Diana going into the locker like, just wait on, just not right now. Just wait on it. Just give it time. No, not at the funeral, DA Lady. You're not finna run down on Diana with your pictures at my daddy's funeral. We will beat that ass, okay? If that's what you want to do, try it. Tight Lip told you right. No, not yet. Not yet. Because she was ready to whip it out at the funeral. She ain't got no respect. None whatsoever. Anyway, we going and saying, Kane goes up there and says his final goodbyes, and they prepare to head to the cemetery. While the family is filing out of the church, the Russians, they come in and do a drive-by on the whole thing. So, now they got the shoot back and all of that. Nobody from the family was hit. Kane mad though, like, see, why you went and did this, Drew? Now we in a war. Now you done got us in a war with all this bullshit, and Monet walks up, backing him in his bullshit, and Kane is just like, what? She telling him to stand down. Stand down, Kane. Stand down. Drew did what he thought he needed to do. He did the right thing. And Drew's standing there delighted in Kane's misery. Kane go and drop by Effie room. She in the middle of trying to dismantle the coffee shop business. She like, he think he finna keep running this business that I created? Hell no. Kane snatches it from like, whoa. We gotta sell Noma's product. Let's not forget that Noma is at the head of this. We all just can't act off of emotion, pulling the rug out from under one another like this. We got to work together because we got to work for Noma. We got to sell this for Noma. He tells her that, you know, crashing the app would destroy them all. And she basically like, so. He tells her that he can slide her some product and she can sell it on the side, you know. Tariq will never know. She asks him, you know, why would you do this? Of course, he says that he's just looking out. You know, you looked out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. You looked out for me with that Lauren situation, and so he gonna look out for her. He just trying to he talking about, you know what to do, you know to do what's necessary to keep us all out of jail. Them two gonna be together in a minute. I can see it, because now that acts of service is that girl's love language. Because she was really, I could tell she was like, maybe not so bad after all. Anyway, Brayden and Tariq meet, and they got to figure out a way to get out from under Noma. Tariq tells Brayden about the picture that Effie showed him of Noma's daughter, and how, you know, we might got a plan to use her for leverage against Noma. And Brayden says, say what now? The bottom line is, while they sort out the details, you know, on how to tear and how to, you know, cut the snake down and all of that, you know, how they gonna figure this all out, they still have to sell the guns and drugs for Noma. Brayden is back in. And so when Tariq walks away, he texts Lauren. Well, no, he gets a text from Lauren that she wants to meet. Davis, he's in his office. It's after hours. And he gets on his burner and calls Monet. And he tells her that the feds roped the Russians up, you know, like, so y'all are safe for now. Tells her to lay low just in case. And then when she gets off the phone, she look up, and I know where she hallucinating Lorenzo sitting there. Lorenzo having a drink. Talking about, it's too bad. Bad, because even after all you did to me, all this, I still love you. I still love you. But they gonna figure it out. They gonna figure it out. And when they do, those kids will never forgive you. And she know that. She knows that. She's just standing there looking cheap, you know. Because you guilty. You done killed your children's father. Anyway, until next time, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.